Does all of this behind me look familiar to you? If yes, you're a Game of Thrones fan, and this is the entrance to King's Landing. Let's go and explore more. What are your favorite things about Malta?
How you would describe like the Maltese people and your country.
If you could change one thing, Malta is a country that you've never heard about, or maybe you heard about very little, but you'll definitely want to know more. This is such a unique place. And before we continue this video, do us a big favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It helps us out so much when you hit that like button. So we really appreciate your support.
As always. Good morning from Malta. We just had a really good breakfast at the hotel. We got ready and now we are going to go out and go to Mdina and explore the really old town and the beautiful like streets. They look amazing. There's a lot of history and we'll see you there.
One really cool thing I like about this country is how close everything is. We've literally been driving for 10 minutes and we're almost in the middle of the island. You can go across the island, I think it's like maybe 25 minutes on the width of the island. To go up is like longer, but it's a great place to, if you want to like explore and relax, because the driving doesn't take that long. Literally 15 minutes away from our hotel, so many things to do and see. So yeah, almost there to Mdina. Get ready to see some real beauty. You may recognize this gate from Game of Thrones. A lot of movies have been filmed here, as this provides the perfect setting for TVs and movies like Game of Thrones. So it's going to be super exciting exploring on the inside, and I don't have a good memory, and I've watched all the seasons through Games of Thrones. It looks familiar, but I don't remember specific scenes. Let us know down in the comments if you do remember something. So the city of Mdina is actually really unique and one of the oldest cities in Europe. It's been in existence for more than 4,000 years. That is a really long time. And it's the old capital of Malta.
So these types of places are just so photogenic when you have all the limestone. So the majority of the island, of all the architecture, is limestone. So you just have this beautiful backdrop, and then you have these splashes of color in the doors and the windows and the balconies. And I am a really big fan of just colorful doors and windows, so this is the perfect place for you if you like pops of color.
We are under the second gate of the Mdina entrance, and this is the Greek gate, so what a coincidence, a Greek under the Greek gate. All right, we've made it to what it seems to be the main square, and right behind me is the Cathedral of St. Paul. Now, St. Paul is a very significant figure for the whole island, actually, because rumors have it that Paul, one of the apostles of Jesus Christ, he had his shipwreckage right outside of this island, so he was saved and he came in to the island of Malta and spent quite a bit of time there. So the island has a lot of things dedicated to him, and he's a very important figure. And actually the Knights of Malta, there's an order of the Knights of Malta that are of St. Paul. And now let's go see some other buildings right next to it.
So right next to St. Paul's Cathedral, we have the Archbishop's Palace. And then we turn around to the other side and we have the seminary, which is a bit of a different architectural style compared to the other two buildings, because this is more of a French Baroque style. And then you can see right on top, you have a statue of St. Paul overlooking the little area. So we're just walking through the town and we come across this, which I was very curious about, so I walked up to it. And it's pretty much a replica of the building right behind. And it's a form of Braille, I believe. And so you can feel the architecture and the structure, what the building is like. And that is what I call inclusion. Instead of just, because that's something that most people don't think about, how you can't see and you're blind. You still want to know the architecture and where you are without having to hear it, and you can feel it. That's really beautiful.
Hi, it's Alicia.
Summer.
What are your favorite things about Malta?
You want to go first, Sarah?
Yeah. So I love the views. I also love the lovely seas. And also when I go out in summer.
Going out in summer for a drink, you know, a glass of wine, some pizza, some pasta, and enjoy the local summer over here.
So how long does the summer last?
We are blessed with, I think, around
Like 3 months.
3 months, yes, like it's the season, but then we're kind of, I think we have like 6 months of summer. Like where you can go out to the beach, you know, perhaps like not in like,
Yeah,
yes.
even in the winter it's hot. Usually it's always hot.
Wow.
So that's why your name is Summer.
Probably. Probably, yeah.
How many languages do you guys speak?
I speak Maltese, English and Italian, and she speaks.
Well, I'm trying to learn Maltese, although I do really good English.
So what is the first language someone learns when they live in Malta?
It's we have 2 languages. We've got Maltese and we've got English as our main languages.
Okay, so you learn both when you're in
Yes,
school.
yes.
And would you say most people speak Italian? Or is it more if you like put the effort into learn it, or you learn it in school and you have a
It
choice?
is. Italian is kind of my generation speaks Italian, because when I was young, we used to have like Italian TV. Now
Okay.
they don't. They have kind of like English TV, like UK kind of like TV. You can kind of
Okay.
like English speaking.
Like the regular one right now.
So kind of they miss that part, you know, where
Yeah.
kind of like they can speak fluent Italian.
Yeah, because your accent sounds more Italian.
Yeah,
I lived
that's
in
what I
Italy
was
for a
wondering.
few years.
Oh, I
and it
see,
sounds very
alright.
Italian. If you have just like a few words for how you would describe like the Maltese people and your country, how would you describe it?
So, they enjoy their food. That's number one. They enjoy summer
And probably chocolate.
and chocolate and bread and pasta, you know.
All the good things.
We're around like to have a big heart, which I think we do, you know. We need to take care a little bit more of the environment. I think it was always missed from the politicians' agenda. I'm really hoping, you know, that going forward they kind of like put more effort, us included, all the people, you know, like in the environment. Because we've got beautiful Malta, you know, but sometimes we don't take care enough of this place.
If you could change one thing about Malta, what it would be?
One thing, good question. Again, I think I'm gonna stress the environment thing, you know, environment, pollution. We live in the harbor and it's so polluted. We have like the ships, you know, like the cruise ship, the cruise liners. They I can think it's called like onshore. So they kind of like the engines are switched on all the time. So you have like all the pollution coming down, like all the people kind of like breathe the pollution every single kind of like minute of their life. So I think that's one of the main things.
What about you?
I don't really know. Probably the trees in Malta and probably the amount of like greenery here because there's barely.
So Malta has been through so many different occupiers, right?
Yes.
How do the Maltese people feel about their heritage? Is it connected to other countries? Do you feel like it's like a very unique heritage from, I don't know if it makes sense.
Do you feel like your heritage is a mix of different
Yes.
heritages, or is it like one?
No,
That
it's a
one
mix,
is a
yeah.
mix.
Even the language, our language, you know, kind of like if you hear us talking Maltese, it sounds
Like
of Arabic.
Latin. Like for example, a bit of a mix is Latin.
True.
Yeah.
And we are kind of close to Italy when it comes to food. However, we're still kind of like different than Italians. And when it comes to music, we're closer to the English. You know, like the bands that we like, you know, kind of like this sort of stuff. But when it comes to food, we're closer to Italy. When it comes to language, we're closer to the Arabic countries, you know, like so. Yeah, it is a
It's
good
very
mixture.
interesting.
Oh, yeah. Because even like hearing the language, it sounds like so many different. You have like your alphabet is so cool.
So interesting.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, that wraps up this week's video. We saw the beautiful town of Valletta. We saw the beautiful town of Mdina.
It was a really nice first day in Malta, and we have a lot of interesting places that we still need to explore here, and we're so excited to share with you the rest of this very interesting, history-rich, and beautiful country.
Yes, so don't miss next week's episode because we're going to be visiting some very, very, very old places.
You said very, right?
I don't know. Very old places. Neolithic, maybe? So this island has a ton of history that we are just super excited to explore. And before the video ends, don't forget.
And don't forget to hit the like button for this cute little doggy.
See you where? See you there.
She's right.
I'm always right.
We'll see.